friend suggests me to do a guide on how to kill by hack a few days ago, but I wasn't able to do it until today because today was on the sortie. So I decided to do it. And the easiest way that I have found to kill by hack with almost no effort at all is with Revenant. And I know that it's kind of hard to get Revenant for a lot of players, especially new players. But since I'm gonna do it on the sortie, I think most of the players that already have the ability to unlock the sorties also have the ability to have Revenant on the rooster. So that's why I'm gonna use him. And the build is probably a little bit expensive, but you don't have to use the exact same build that I'm using right now. You can replace these mods for normal mods. You don't need the private versions of it. And also you don't need the Umbral Intensify. Oh, where are you? Continuity. Here you are. You can go with the normal Intensify. I was using all those Prime mods and Umbral Intensify just because it's an overall build that I use in many different occasions with Revenant. The main reason that I use the Umbral Intensify is because it increases your Mesmer skin, but it's only by one stack. I mean, if I don't use Umbral Intensify, if I use Umbral Intensify, it will put me 13 charge right here, and it's not that much. I mean, it's only one charge, and you can recast the Mesmer skin. You can even go with a lower power strength. It doesn't really matter. But also using Umbral Intensify, it will help you to do more damage with your fourth ability with Dance Macabre, and it will put you almost up to 3000 damage per hit or something like that, or is 2800, I don't remember. But this build is a little bit cheaper. Like you see, I got 13 points left, so you don't need that many formas on him. And also you don't need Hunter Adrenaline, because if you're gonna use it as I use, that I'm relying on Mesmer skin all the time, I don't really care about any other abilities. Mesmer skin is the one that I use because it protects you against all type of damage, and it's really good because when the enemies hits you, they get stunned, so it gives you a little bit of crowd control too. So that's why this is the build that I'm using. Arcane Guardian is not important because Mesmer skin will protect you against all damage, so Arcane Guardian it ain't gonna proc, and if it procs, you ain't gonna need that extra armor because you ain't gonna get any hits at all, so it's not really important. The aura that I'm using, if you know me, probably you don't, I always use enemy radar because I like to see the enemies on the map. I rely more on the map than visually see the enemies, and that's why I also use enemy sense, because I like to see the enemies in a far distance. Weapons. As a primary, you pretty much can use any primary that had a higher status chance. I use only to deploy Vay Hek's armor on this run, so that's why I'm using corrosive right here. It's a corrosive blast build, so I can achieve 100% status chance, so I can deploy the armor really fast, and this is the build that I'm using. That way I can achieve the 100% status chance. And as a secondary, this is the weapon that I'm gonna use to kill Vay Hek. And this is the build that I'm using. I normally use my ribbon right here. It gives me more damage and all that stuff, but probably you don't have a ribbon for it. And the Ufona is one of the top tier weapons that you can use to kill pretty much everything, and it's a really good weapon, and putting 5 formas on it is a really good investment. Right here I got a B polarity, but it's only for the ribbon, but as you can see I can put any other mod there. I got enough space to do that. And I'm using radiation because Vay Hek is weak against radiation, and pretty much all the bosses are weak against radiation, and also the eidolons and stuff like that, so that's why I go radiation. Melee doesn't really matter, and the companion that you bring also doesn't really matter, but carrier is my favorite just because she gives me she has the looter mod, this one that is gonna destroy all the crates that are in 12 meters around me, and I'm gonna be picking up loot without looking for it, so that's why I use it. And the weapon for the carrier, I mean, I use prime burst laser. I normally use the sweeper's prime, but since I'm using a shotgun and I don't have to prime it point blank, that's why I'm using the burst laser, because it uses a different set of mods. Use secondary mods, and also I got a ribbon for it, but it doesn't really matter neither. Carrier's gonna protect you a little bit, it's gonna kill some enemies for you, but it doesn't really matter either. Like I said, we're relying on Mesmer skin, and Mesmer skin is the best defense that you can have. Also, another thing that is really important, and I forgot to mention it and I forgot to show it, is the operator. I'm using the Cenuric School, and with the Cenuric School we had an ability for the Void Blast, for this, the melee attack, that is gonna slow down the enemies when you hit them by 80%. Is even better than Nova's molecular prime. So what I do is just slow Vay Hek. Like you see, he's moving slow just because of that. And then I'm gonna try to strip away the armor. Once he's done, we slow him that again, and now it's time to shoot it. And he's gone. So a lot of people do this trick that you don't have to fight Vay Hek in each of the stage that when he appears, but I don't like rushing it, and it doesn't reduce a lot of time. So I'm just stripping out that. This is the downside of you. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? This never happens to me before. That was a good glitch. Alright, he doesn't have any armor anymore. Now we just wait for him to open the weak spot. And as you see, he's hitting me with that magnetic proc, but it's not taking away my energy because of the mesmer skin. So that's why it's another good use for Revenant, because you don't need to worry about your energy. So again, we slow him down, we take away his armor. Armor gone. Just wait for him to open. And he's gone again. And just remember to be recasting your mesmer skin every time you get a chance. So if you see that you lose, you're almost out of charge, so last time we're gonna strip away the armor. Come on, Vay Hek. It's taking forever. Normally it doesn't take too long to kill this guy, and today is a little bit easier than other sorties because there is no restriction, it's only the fog. Come on, Vay Hek. Alright. We recharge our mesmer skin. We get ready our operator to slow down this giant bird. We're gonna strip away the armor again. And that's it. And that's how you can kill Vay Hek really easy with almost no effort. I didn't struggle at all. I mean, the builds are cheap to use. And it only took me 7 minutes. It can be faster than that if you don't slow him down, and if you don't slow him down, and if you have good aim to attack the weak spots. So yeah, that's it. I hope you find this little guide helpful. And if you have any questions or any suggestions about this, just let me know. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.